Yo guys, this is Nate. I'm back for another audio commentary for WCReplays.com. And since so many of you have been wanting to see an Undead lose to an Orc, I'm going to show you a nice game of that today. But I assure you, for all you Undead players, and I know I've been whining about how horrible Orc towering is, but I believe I have finally found a solution, at least for me anyway. So let's go ahead and get this game loaded up, and you Orc players will not be disappointed. The map is 2 rivers. Players are Genius as Orc versus me, WOA Slides Undead. Genius is currently level 25, I believe, maybe 24. He's lost a couple levels. In RT, in solo, he's like 20, and pause game 15 seconds, guys. And I am currently level 20. Both of us play on Azeroth, and Genius is my fellow clanmate. So, in the interest of the Orc player, let's turn Fog of War off so we can see both players, and we can take a look at what both of them are doing. So 15 seconds, 1x speed, Fog of War off, and let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, so I played this game a couple days ago before I'm using my current strategy, which I will go over in my next commentary, which is basically, well, it's really effective against Orc, and really hard for Orc to beat, but we'll get there. That's not what happens in this replay. Sorry, guys. Now, we already played a game before this, me and Genius, and he attempted to fast expand with the Tauren Chieftain, but I scouted him, and Zeppelin dropped him and completely screwed him over. And I didn't go too well for him. And so in this game, I'm going to be careful to be checking for that fast expansion again. So that's just what we're talking about. So I'm going for my typical Fiends build, and someone asked in the forum thing why I don't get the Tomb of Relics, and really I just get it because it's not convenient to get with my build. Realistically, I probably should get it, but I don't. It's not crucial, but it's very good for stopping Blade Master harassment. It's good for creeping with your Death Knight, not getting him injured, and it's really just a good idea in general to get it. So I'll probably be altering my build soon to accommodate that. It's really just me being lazy. Now, if you take a look at Genius's base, clearly he is not going for a typical Orc build. No barracks here, and he's going a very early Voodoo Lounge, and he's going Blade Master. So it looks like he might be trying for some kind of harassment with the Blade Master or whatever, but you guys will see. So meanwhile, you see I'm placing my ziggurats here. I've been forgetting to do this lately, but it's good in that you place the ziggurat there. It extends your vision only slightly, but if you get tower, you can upgrade it, and the Orc doesn't know it's there. So it's kind of like if you can get your vision around, then you can have a tower firing on the Orc's towers, and a Spirit Tower is going to beat a watchtower, assuming there's no siege units involved. So that's kind of why I put that there. Although with what I'm now doing as anti-towering, it's not even all that important. So anyway, Genius coming along. I think that, I don't know why he got 2 healing cells, not really necessary, but clearly this is going to be quite a harassment force to be reckoned with. He can just keep coming back, and there's not really anything I can do about it. Especially considering the fact I don't have that Tomb of Relics, as I was just mentioning. So this is an example where I want to get a Tomb of Relics ASAP in order to get that Dust of Appearance to kill the Blade Master. Now, here's me being lazy, and I didn't rally my Death Knight to my Gold Mine, I rallied to my Fiend, so I wasn't able to save that Acolyte. But, so here, clearly I don't want to, I'm upgrading the Nerubian Tower. I guess I was late upgrading that, I don't know why. Usually I'd have a Nerubian Tower up before my hero comes out. But the Nerubian Tower is going to be very effective for stopping him, clearly, against a single hero. But I need to be careful with my Acolytes because of Windwalk. There's not really anything I can do about it unless I get that Dust of Appearance. So I should probably be putting up a Tomb of Relics right about now. But this is totally not Genius's style, as I knew how he played, because we played several games before him. And yeah, this is very unexpected for me. Here comes his Blade Master again. Use that Clarity Potion, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just trying to kill acolytes at this point. You notice I haven't started my tech yet. Well, there we go. I started my tech. If I hadn't started my tech, then I could have replaced the acolytes. But so I'm rushing back. I'm trying to deal with this Blade Master. I'm coiling it, but that's really a bad idea because he's, now I click on his Blade Master and see, oh look, he's got a Lesser Clarity Potion and another healing salve. So it doesn't matter how many coils I toss, he's just going to heal up, as he's doing right now. So that's really wasted coils and it should be saved for acolytes or fiends or whatever he tries to hit. And meanwhile, I'm sending an acolyte to his base just to see what the hell he's doing, because clearly if he's harassing me this much, he's doing something weird. So I'm scouting him out, and I see that he's going, well, he hasn't, yeah, I just see that he's going to tier 2. That's all I see. I also see he has no watchtowers. But yeah, so I think I make a mistake here in that I don't really look at his base too closely. I'm trying to get my acolyte back to get 5 acolytes on my mind. But he's got no real base defense. And now he's putting up these bestiaries. But it's very easy for me to walk in at this point, kill the bestiary, and take out his non-base defended base. So now here he's continuing to harass me, which is definitely a good move on his part. But I shouldn't really go home at this point. I don't know why I don't see this, but he's got nothing here. So on his part, I think it's really a mistake not to have gotten at least 1 tower or something. He's got nothing to stop me from. You see, I'm just hanging around, and I can just sit here and kill his stuff. He doesn't have a second hero yet. So I think it's a real risky move on his part. But luckily for him, I'm being extremely lazy and just letting my Death Knight take all these hits, so he's getting low in health, which means I can't stick around because I'm not playing my best. So he's TPing back. As soon as he TPs back, I figure, okay, I can clear out now. I accomplished what I wanted, which was that I finally stopped his harassment, and I finally have a shop going up, so I'll be able to deal with that. Now, I'm not that far behind him in tech, realistically. And, the key thing here, what he's accomplished, is that we're both at tier 2 and we're both at the same level. And so when he says, is this working? It is working. Let me tell you, it is working. Because the whole advantage Undead gets here, especially against, like Blade Master, it's not such a great advantage against Torrent Chieftain, but against the Blade Master, it's very, very easy to nuke him once you have Dust of Appearance. But not with a level 1 Death Knight. You need like level 3, at this point in the game. Or at least level 2 going in on level 3, so yeah, so he's accomplishing his purpose. And he's coming back with Shadowhunter. Good choice, I think, in that Hex will aid him greatly in harassment, clearly. Now he's putting up a tower, good move, because he knows that I know that he doesn't really have anything defending his base. Now, he's getting Bat Riders. I don't really think it's a great idea. I think that was just more like a screwing around in a custom game kind of thing. You'll see he tries and takes out buildings and stuff. But realistically, Wyverns are going to be a much better choice, I think. Especially if I decided to rush his base, those Batters are going to be useless. And Wyverns would really, might actually get him somewhere. So here, clearly, Hex being put to good use, keep my Death Knight out of the fight. He's playing pretty much perfectly at this point. At least in terms of micro. In terms of macro, again, I don't agree with the Bat Riders. And I think his tech was awfully risky, but he's microing quite well. And, I'm microing pretty well too, but I'm not macroing at all. Neither of us really, but I'm not creeping, which is what I need to be doing. Now you asked if this is something new. Clearly, I've had to deal with Wyvern Techers before and all that, but he's not going Wyverns, as you can see. Now, I hate the fact you can't TP out of Hex. Really is annoying. What I should do right here, yeah, I did Nova the Blade Master actually. Good move on my part. He's got no mana. I'm trying to rush out here and coil him with my Death Knight, but silly me, I didn't do it very well. So bam, there goes my Death Knight. Aren't I smart? And we trade Shadowhunter for Death Knight. Clearly not a good move on my part. Again, he's accomplishing his whole purpose here in that he's he's just keeping me busy the whole time. He's stopping me from creeping, and he's really gaining an advantage from the tech. And I've spoken about harassment in multiple commentaries before, but he's definitely getting what he wants, and that I've barely been able to creep anything, just the really small creeps, which isn't good for me. So I'm just going for my typical undead thing, going to 50-50 food with fiends, statues, my 2 heroes. I still don't know where he's going, so it's very important that I scout him at this point. I should really send a ghoul or something at his base and see what he's building. All I know is that he wanted to build bestiaries. But that's not really... Okay, I think I just let his Blade Master walk by. That wasn't too smart. But all I really know is that he's building bestiaries. And he's sending these bats around. Now, they're not necessarily a bad move, and they're good if I choose to go guardsmen. Clearly they're better than building nothing. But I don't know. I don't really feel like they're all that effective. Now that he's got tier 3, he's getting liquid fire, but I don't see why he... I'm just trying to put this into perspective. Like I'm saying, in the game it didn't make a difference that he built them so early, but the fact that he built bats as soon as he hit tier 2 and not wyverns means that I could have potentially walked into his base and, you know, killed lots of stuff without him doing anything about it. Because, you know, the bats were very useless in terms of combat, as opposed to if he went wyverns. So I'm saying he should have been building the bats now and building the wyverns then, is what I'm saying. I think that's kind of a macro mistake on his part. Now you see here, he's messing with my halls of dead, which is really annoying for me. And it's a problem, really. And what I really need to do is upgrade to a couple spirit towers, and I'm doing that now. But you know, I'm in a lot of trouble, really, which is that I've let him get this far, and I haven't. I mean, I've let him get to tier 3, and I'm not putting pressure on him. Meanwhile, he's keeping me busy, and he just took out my halls of dead, which means now all my tech options are just ruined in terms of what I haven't already gotten. So now would be a great time for him to switch to something like Tauren. If he switched to Tauren, there's no way I could counter it, because you need that tier 3 stuff. So he is actually doing a very effective job with these bats. I think they were a good call. Again, you'll notice he just let them sit in his base until he hit tier 3 anyway, so I think that's where, you know, it's kind of a mistake. I know I just keep talking about this, but it's really critical to realize, like, that if I had Necro Rushed him or something at that point, he would have been, I mean, I would have won the game probably. Whereas if he'd had Wyverns, I probably wouldn't have, since he'd have been able to defend his base. Or at least if he had towers or something, but anyway. So he's doing the right thing here. He's keeping me real busy with these bats. I'm having real problems with them. What I should just do, I don't know why I don't, is just leave one fiend behind my mind to wipe them, and that would solve this whole problem. Instead, I'm being a complete noob and just letting him kill my stuff. So big mistake on my part. Not really the best of games played by me, I would say. Again, if you're confronted with this kind of situation, leave a fiend behind the gold mine. It's the best thing you can do, pretty much, and it'll stop the bats. Now at this point, I know I'm losing my advantage very rapidly. I know I need to hit, so I'm just going to do whatever I can. Try and nuke his heroes, something, anything. You notice I got a Dust of Appearance on my Death Knight a while ago. That's so I can nuke the Blade Master, but not much to nuke with that level 2 Death Knight, really. So I brought everything I had. I'm going to try and make a push into his base, but yeah, this isn't going too well for me. And the more Wyverns he gets, the more trouble I'm going to have, really. So, at this point he could probably engage me and win the fight, to be realistic. He's got Tri-Hero. Well, maybe not. But, you look at my base, I don't know why I didn't think to leave a Fiend. That was just stupid of me. So anyway, I think at this point I really lost the game, to be honest. I'm trying to kill the Wyverns, Wind Riders, but, you know, again, see, Tri-Hero here, just between Stomp, Hex, and Windwalk, I'm just losing all my units. The best thing for me to do at this point, I don't think the game I can come back at this point, but the best thing to do would just be to back off before this battle happened, stop the bats, recover my tech, and maybe try for an expansion or something, and just try and get lucky. But I should have never lost my town hall there. I mean, clearly I had web at that point, I believe, so I should have killed his bats far before they ever got to my town hall, and then I'd be able to keep them in tech. I mean, in this matchup, I mean, I know a lot of orcs complain, but if you get an advantage, like even a slight advantage in tech, and the undead can't counter it, like specifically if you wyvern tech and the undead doesn't get web quickly enough, I mean, all of a sudden you've got like a minute where the undead can't fight you, and that's a pretty big deal, and that's like an expansion or something. And so here, losing your town hall is, the end of the world for me. Now here he's just being careless. He shouldn't be walking into my base with a spirit tower there, and my heroes and all that, with me being stubborn. I know I've lost the game, but I just don't want to leave, so I'm messing around and doing a little bit of damage actually with those fiends. There we go. See, this is what I was talking about. I was saying getting lucky. Now, if I had been able to keep my town hall and we'd come into the situation, this is getting lucky. I just wiped out his entire army. Not basically, I did. I just wiped out his entire army. 2 of his heroes, all the bats and wyverns. I mean, that's a big problem for him. He's got nothing right now. He's got as much as I do, except the fact that he's got a gold mine up, and that means he's going to be able to secure his advantage. But clearly, like right there, that was a huge mistake on his part. And if I had just not been stupid enough to lose my town hall, I might have actually been able to come back from the game and win this game. But now he's getting ensnared here. Not necessarily a bad choice. Clearly, nothing in my army really can deal with raiders particularly effectively. And it's good because he can just, I think he's just going to go for like picking off individual units, stomp, windwalk, hex, and snare, focus fire with wyverns. He can pick any one unit, and that unit's going to die pretty much. But so now I'm like, okay, maybe there's this like tiny chance I can come back from this game, but not really, but I keep ignoring the fact that I'm a tier 0 and he's a tier 3. So my goal here is just to kind of like, I don't know what my goal is. At this point, see, this is like really pretty irrational. I'm not accomplishing anything. I'm not going to kill his heroes. I'm just trying to kill units. But a war of attrition is not what I want at this point. I mean, when we're talking, he's got a gold mine and I don't, the last thing that you want to do is trade units with him. Maybe I will know, even a solo Death Knight harass would have been pretty much suicide because he can just hex. But, for whatever reason, I guess I just want to keep fighting him. There we go, ensnare coming in handy. It's not like I actually have the hero advantage. I've got level 4, he's got 2, which is kind of surprising. But anyway, there's just me trying to make use of Death Pact, deny him a little bit of experience by eating the fiend before it got killed. But there we go. Now this is basically game over. Once he takes out my statues, I mean, there's really no way for me to keep on fighting him. All right, so yeah. Now again, it's a bit risky for him to come into my base like this, but I don't have that nuke so much. I don't have the Lich anymore, and he's going right after the tower, which was his biggest problem. I should be focusing the Wyvern with that tower. I want to take out the Raider, I guess that's why, but it probably would have been a better idea for the piercing. But I do kill the Raider, so I guess it was worth it. But basically, we're looking at his 3 heroes versus my hero. is pretty much the deal here. And he doesn't really have anything to lose. So, I mean, what I was wondering this whole game, and I wanted to say to him, is why doesn't he just get one Demolisher and like kill me? And he's getting Raiders, and the Raiders will do siege, but he doesn't even need that. I mean, anyway, that's not really the important part of this game. So here he's just wyvern harassing me, so I'm snagging a fiend. I think I wanted to upgrade that ziggurat, but a fiend's a better idea just for the web. And I really didn't use them properly for that in terms of anti-harassment, but it's very, very important to do that, guys. Like, when you're getting harassed and you can't deal with that, like, you see right here, like the fiend, he's not going to harass me anymore. Once you get that fiend there, and you web, they don't want to, your opponent doesn't want to lose their units like that. Not to mention you're getting experience for them. So yeah, that's the real way to do it. Like, if you're already going fiends, then get a fiend. Same thing for anti-Zeppelin. Fiend works, guard works. But do not let your town hall be destroyed when you could have just left a fiend or two at home and stayed in the game. Now again, he's backing off. I don't know why he doesn't just... Well, I mean, I have a chance to get lucky. I do still have one statue, and I've got my 2 heroes, so I could get lucky, kill a couple heroes or something. So he is doing the right thing here. He's creeping his natural, and he's just going to expand, I believe. I'm not doing the right thing in that I should be creeping my natural and trying to expand. Although I know it's pointless, because if he just uses his wyverns, there's no way I'm getting an expansion up. So instead I'm being even stupider and trying to harass him or something, I don't know. I knew this game was over. I'm just kind of messing around at this point. So here we go. Nothing for me to kill, really. Yeah. This is just me getting owned. I hope you guys are really savoring this. I know you've been clamoring for a game where I lose for a long, long time. So here it is. This is me getting the shit kicked out of me. So I say GG and I leave. So, not much to see really in terms of the overview. I think that was pretty clear what went on. Hopefully you Orc players have finally got some new ideas. I know Genius said he was working on the strategy, so I guess maybe talk to him. I don't know whether he'd like to be talked to, but he seemed pretty enthusiastic about his anti-undead strategy. So if you guys have like questions on it and stuff, I mean, he's been working on the strategy for a while. Like, that was his first try, but I think he's changed it quite a bit since then, and it seems to be working pretty well for him. So yeah, hope you Orc players learn some cool stuff and all that, and look for my next commentary coming out real soon. And this is going to be a not just any old anti-tower, and we're talking the be-all and end-all of how to stop Orc towering as an undead player. You guys do not want to miss it. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you soon.